And we're back. I'm Deli. I'm probably not going to introduce myself every time, but welcome back. So here's a really classic scene, just running through room after room where the doors slide open. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that again in Goemon's Great Adventure. Couple of dango, get me back up to full. And this smells like a boss. Congo, the king robot. Well, I guess I know where that hand came from. So we can beat Congo by smacking him on the chin. Uh-oh. When I was testing this out, just doing a trial just to make sure this game wouldn't crash, I tried using the crawl to see if I could dunk under those lasers, and it did not work. Which is not too surprising. I mean, they are really close to the ground. But I just want to remember what the crawl is actually for. In some of the 2D side-scrolling type games, most, if not all of those games actually have local co-op. So those games actually have a mechanic where one player can get into crawling mode, and then another player can jump onto their back, and then they can piggyback. So one person will be doing the actual moving around and jumping and platforming and all that. And then the player on their back, they're able to control like their weapons. So it's kind of a fun little mechanic. You know, if you're playing with someone who's not so good at platforming, you can just have them just piggyback them. But this game does not have any co-op. Goemon's Great Adventure does. Goemon's Great Adventure is a 2D side-scroller, at least for the levels. The towns are 3D. And that's it for Congo. The king of robots is done for. All that will be left is a power vacuum in his place. We got the Miracle Moon in the shape of the moon. I honestly don't remember what this is. But we got it. It's mine now. Miracle Moon. I'm sure it'll matter someday. And it looks like we managed to reach the Lord of the Castle, and I believe that's his daughter there. Instant stage beam. I love the gratuitous use of the laugh track in this game. So, I'm trying to remember, is this a situation where if you keep saying no, you just get a game over? I'm a little bit tempted, but I don't actually want to get a game over. What if it makes me do the whole castle again? Or is this a situation where you say no, and then he says, come on, and they just give you the same prompt again over and over again? In any case, I'll be right back. I made a terrible mistake. I hit stop recording instead of pause recording. Surely there's some kind of video editor I can use to smash these videos together into one big video. But wait, I don't know how long the last segment was. I'm trying to aim for like 30-ish minutes per video, or, you know, whenever I can get to a good stopping point. Anyway. Yeah, let's try it. Give me a break. Goemon the hero. I really don't want to. Oh, the audience just booed me. Is he acting up more? Okay, this is a situation where he just keeps asking you until you say yes. Well, that's a relief. Part of me was thinking that, you know, if he slapped a game over on me, then I'd just replay the segment since I kind of messed up my my recording. But oh well, all right, whatever. And we got the Super Pass. This will let me get through some gate somewhere. And I think this is the first time I've saved in this playthrough. I think there's actually an opportunity to save at the very beginning of the dungeon. If you look at this sign right here. But unless I already did that and wasn't thinking, I feel like I missed it. Well, either way, all is well. I have my save file. And just jump over this, don't mind me. Just taking a shortcut. And here's our lovely, peaceful, happy-go-lucky Edo music. This song gets stuck in my head all the time. And I'm not even like a hardcore Goemon fan or anything. I'm just revisiting a childhood favorite. Actually, I was thinking about this. I don't know if I've ever finished this game. I've definitely finished Goemon's Great Adventure, but I never owned this game. I owned Goemon's Great Adventure. This game I borrowed from a friend. So actually what happened, I saw this game in Blockbuster all the time, and it never really drew my interest because the box art, you know, to someone who's not really familiar with the franchise, Goemon looks kind of like a goofy kid with like weird makeup on. And he's holding his pipe, which I had no idea was a pipe or what that was. It's just a weird looking box art. At least it was at the time. So for the longest time, I did... Goodness. I know I'm rambling on here, but for the longest time, I passed it up. I never rented this game. And there probably came a day where there was just nothing interesting, so I was like, okay, I'll try renting this game. And I loved it. I really liked this game when I rented it. And I think this was at a time when we did not have a memory pack for the Nintendo 64. So not every game required one. I have no idea how the architecture of the Nintendo 64 works. I'm guessing there's like maybe a little bit of on-cart memory where you can save games for certain games. I don't know. But this game, you needed a memory pack to be able to save the game. So whenever we rented a game that required that, we just had to play the game from the beginning whenever we turned the Nintendo 64 off, you know, like if we went to bed or whatever. And I don't know, we didn't really think twice of it. That's just what we always had to do. So I'm pretty sure that was my situation when I rented this game. So even to this day, I remember the beginning part of the game really, really well. Everything after, I don't know, like the first Impact boss, I don't really remember so well. Or I guess I remember Zazentown a little bit too. But everything beyond that, I didn't really play nearly as much. But anyway, so I rented this game. I fell in love with it. I told my friend how great it was. So then he either ended up renting it and loving it too, or maybe he just flat out bought it. But either way, he ended up buying it. And once he was done with it, then I borrowed it from him, and that's how I really got to play the game. And I think eventually I never like really had a memory pack. But one of my other friends, he had like a small memory pack. It wasn't like the official one, it was a really small one. I don't know, like probably, I don't know if it was even a megabyte. And he let me borrow it. Well, actually no, he didn't let me borrow it. He left it at my house. He left it in my controller in my house, and he basically forgot about it. And I was just like, well, it would be really nice to have this. So we kind of held on to it for a while, and eventually I told him, like, oh, by the way, I have your memory card, like, do you want it back? And he was like, no, you can keep it. So that's how I got my memory card. I never owned any other memory cards, I just had the one. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing for now. Here we have the inn, and you can save here. So this is where you can save generally, outside of being prompted to save at certain points in the game. But you can also rest here, just like any other JRPG type of ordeal, right? You go to the end, you rest. But something I always liked about this game is there are 3 grades of rooms you can stay in, and you actually get a little cutscene for it. Right, so I'll stay in their bronze room, it's their cheapest room. And that's our bronze room. It's this decrepit room. There's no bed or floor or anything. And you get a different little scene for every level of the inn you stay at. Oops, I'm not gonna stay at them right now though. Oops, wait, stop. Oh, right, I forgot the B button on the Nintendo 64. It's the equivalent to square on a PlayStation controller. I keep hitting C down to try to cancel stuff. But I guess now's a good time to check out all the shops. I haven't done that yet. So here's our item store. I can buy some rice balls here. And these will basically automatically heal me if I ever lose all my hearts. So it's essentially a fairy, except you don't find these out in the wild, you just gotta buy them. Right, so this will automatically recover my strength to 4 points whenever it reaches 0. So I'll take one of these. That'll be nice, just in case. Because being kind of an old school game, you will lose all your progress if you die. You don't just get to start back from the last room you were in. Viva Oedo. Ah, this must be Omitsu. There she is. So when they say alien language, they must be referring to some European language. Or, I don't know, Portuguese? I don't know what nationality these aliens are supposed to be. Kiwi dumpling, iced tea, custard rice cake, and cinnamon rice crackers. Whoops, forgot my wallet. So they call this a coffee house, but I think it's really like a tea house. Ah, the most beautiful girl in the room. I've come to see Omitsu. Alright. I don't know if there's really any point to that, other than just some NPCs you can talk to. And here's a fat guy eating a rice ball. Hairy guy. And I think that covers it for the shops. What was this one? Oh, no, there's one more. So at the restaurant, you can order food, and that will basically just, I think it'll just heal you on the spot. But I don't need any of that right now. And there's some customers here eating. I guess I cannot disturb them, so I'll move on. And now I think that covers it for the shops. Maybe this is the gate I'm looking for. Real Edo people live here. I want to talk to this delivery man. Are you keeping save in your adventure diary? Yes. Yes, I am. But he makes a good point, like I was saying earlier. You better save your game, because if you get a game over, you're going back to the last time you save your game. And the gatekeepers. Oh my god. The Lord Super Pass! Yeah, this was one of my favorite lines. It still is. This is my favorite NPC right here. Gatekeeper number 2. Poor guy. Alright, well, we'll never see him again. And now we're in Musashi. I don't know what Musashi is other than a famous guy. I think he was the guy who was famous for dual wielding, right? And you can see the performance is chugging as soon as you get into a big map. And just a little silver doll right here. And I'm guessing I need some kind of special power to move this block or something. We're getting pretty close to the depth of my knowledge in this game. When I was testing the game out, I only got a little further than this. Alright, well, since I messed up the video, my timing is all off, but I think we're just about there. Almost to the end of the episode. Any moment now. Right here. Alright, bye everybody.